Hello dear friends, how are you? So the much anticipated Schuyler New King James Quentel in 28 GSM paper, the sleeker format as Schuyler is calling it, is here. I was expecting this Bible, I was anticipating this Bible for long, and I'm really happy that Schuyler put out this beautiful, beautiful Bible. I am very happy with it in a way. I'm a little bit sad in another way. So I am very, very happy because this was actually the size of Bible that I was hoping for. Since I bought the New American Standard Thinline Quentel, I was really craving for a New King James in this size. And although, yes, you lose a little bit of opacity with the 28 GSM, if you compare it to the 36 GSM, which was the first New King James Quentel, even so, I am willing to trade that because I'm willing to trade a 36 GSM for the 28 GSM because I think this format is really nice. Now, they said that it would be a little bit less thin than the Thinline Quentel, the New American Standard, and it is a little bit less thin, okay, but not much. And I am super happy with the size of this Bible, okay. The size-wise, it's really what I was hoping for. It's like great size. You can see the difference is not much, and the reason why the New King James is a little bit thicker is because it has a concordance. So in terms of size, I'm very, very happy. The thing that caught my eye immediately, even when Schuyler posted the first pictures, the preliminary pictures, was I could see that apparently this Bible did not have the kind of grain that the Thinline Quentel had, and even the New King James Quentel, the first one, 36 GSM, it came with this wonderful, glorious, gorgeous grain. And I love these two Bibles so much, the New King James 36 GSM and the Thinline New American Standard, because of the grain. It's very similar and it's so pronounced, and to me it's beautiful. Now, this is my personal preference. Maybe other people love goatskin covers that are smoother like this one, and if that is your case, my friend, this is the Bible for you. So yeah, this Bible does have a little grain to it, but not much. Even if you compare it to the personal size Quentel that has a tiny little grain, has a grain that is more pronounced than what you have here in the new sleeker New King James Quentel 28 GSM. Now, other than that, there are a few other things that were a little bit disappointing in this Bible. I'll show you along, but just show you guys, you have the raised ribs in the spine, very close and similar to the Thinline Quentel, New American Standard. You have Holy Bible, New King James Version, the Schuyler logo in the spine. No, nothing new here. You have the Jerusalem cross here, very, very pronounced. You can see very well, even maybe better than in the previous New King James with the grain that I love. Yeah, but yeah, you can totally see this Jerusalem cross very well. So you open it, and again, same thing, perimeter stitching. These corners here didn't impress me much, but yeah, so you have the gilt line. It's a leather liner, perfect execution here in terms of the edge lining. Love it. I think it's gorgeous. So you open it up, and if you have the old Quentel, New King James Schuyler. It's pretty much the same thing. The only difference, you have these first initial pages of thick paper. Pretty much the same thing. This Bible was presented to, by, on, and pretty much the same thing. Here's the title page. Same thing, but with a paper that is less thick, okay, and less opaque, a little bit less opaque, still opaque, just a little bit less opaque. Now, a lot of people were worried. Here you have the preface to the New King James Version. A lot of people were worried about the fact that you would lose opacity. That really doesn't bother me much. I'm going to show you the two of them together. Let me put them side by side. And I really don't think the difference is much. Actually, it's an interesting phenomena is that when I take pictures, okay, like I read Mark what do you say? How you say his name? Mark Bertrand's review. Maybe I just made an atrocity to his name. I'm sorry. But I saw the pictures and I saw what he wrote, and he wrote that the difference in the opacity was not much. But then I looked at the pictures, and in the pictures it looked really different. It looked like the opacity in the 36 GSM was really greater. Then when I received the Bible, it's interesting. It's the same thing. When I take a picture and in the camera, as I am recording now, it almost appears that the opacity in the 36 GSM is way better than in the 28 GSM. But with the naked eye, honestly, I don't see that much of a difference. There is a difference, of course, you can see it, but not much. So that's what I have to say about that. I'm really not bothered about the opacity. I was used to using the Thinline, and it's really the same paper, and it's an awesome paper, okay, in my opinion. I know some people don't like it. The pages are a little bit harder to turn than in the 36 GSM. But after I've used that for a few months, after I used the Thinline for a few months, I got used to it, and really, I don't have a lot of problems turning the pages now. I'm happy with that. I don't think you lose much in opacity with this paper. Also, another good thing was that they gave us a little bit extra space in the margin. These margins in the first New King James Quentel, they were a little bit less than a centimeter wide, and these go over a centimeter. It's 12 millimeters. It's not as much as you have in the Thinline Quentel. I would really love if they would have given us all the space in the that they have in the margins, in the outer margin of the Thinline Quentel New American Standard. That's actually, to me, the ideal space in the margin. That's just me, but you don't have as much in the new King James 28 GSM Quentel, but you have a little bit more than in the first New King James Quentel. Okay, so that's a very good thing, and I'm very happy and pleased because I really love, and I used this Quentel, the first one, 36 GSM. I used it a lot. I love it. It's very durable, very beautiful, sturdy Bible. But I really wanted it to be a little bit sleeker, and that's exactly what Schuyler did with this one. So that's awesome. However. Besides the fact that the cover is really not my preference, because I really love the pronounced grain. Besides that, there are other things that also concern me a little bit, and the main thing that concerns me a little bit, now this might be only my copy, okay, but I've seen it in several places of the Bible. I actually put a little bit with this little card here by Evangelical Bible, marking the place, and if I go to some this passage right here, Acts 23 and 24, is if I look at the print here, and then if I open it up to 1 Corinthians 11, and I show you guys these two pages close together, I don't know if you can notice it, but to my eye it's very clear that in Acts 23 the print, it's really darker, it's bolder than here in 1 Corinthians 11. And I've seen this in several parts of this Bible. When I opened it up in Genesis, I was amazed because I saw the font and the print was so bold, almost, I mean, awesome, very good, high quality. But then as I was going through the Bible, I could see a little bit of irregularity. Okay, some parts it seems like the printing has a little bit less ink. It seems like it is almost a little bit dark gray, and maybe I'm just being picky. Okay, but yes, that's what I could see. Also, I was looking at the red. It's a red letter Bible. That to me doesn't seem that the red is really regular all the way through the four Gospels. But again, it might be me just being picky. You may buy one of these awesome Schuylers and not have that. Maybe it's just my copy. I don't know. When you pay $200 for a Bible, you don't expect these things to happen. But yeah, I think although I'm not an expert, I think I'm not wrong to say that the printing is not very consistent all the way through. So those are the things that make me a little bit sad. Besides that, the Bible is beautiful. If you come to the end of the Old Testament, I always like to show that in my Bible reviews. I like to see the transition here. You have one page. This is actually very good, so you can see the quality of the paper. Yeah, you do see through. Yeah, but it's still a very good, opaque, and beautiful paper, high quality paper. Yeah, well, and, you know, even when your dreams come true in this world, before Jesus comes and gives us a new world, even when your dreams come true in this world, they're never going to be absolutely perfect. So Revelation 22, and then you have the Concordance, which is exactly the same Concordance that you had in the first New King James Quentel, and a beautiful Concordance, very small font, but doesn't bother me at all. I think it's very readable for a concordance. Okay, it's not the main text of the Bible. Then you have the Schuyler maps. So they're exactly the same maps as you had in the first one too. Here you have it, 12 Bible maps. You have here the titles, and then you have the 12 maps. Beautiful, beautiful maps. Schuyler, thank you. We love your maps. And then you have an index, 2 maps. Okay, so that's what you have here. Yeah. Then you have one page in the same paper of the maps, I think, because it's a little bit thicker than the paper of the pages of the Bible itself. One, and then this one is back to that really thick paper that you had in the beginning too. So 2, she's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. You can even say 9. You could probably use these pages to put in some notes if you'd like. So you have about 9 pages to do that. Then it's the end of the Bible. So this is the new, sleeker New King James Quentel. I think a contender is coming. You know, the Thomas Nelson is putting out the verse by verse center column reference Bible, and I'm really looking forward to that one too. I don't know what's going to happen when I put the two together. We'll see. Now, you know, I really, I'm not sponsored either by Thomas Nelson or by Schuyler, so whoever does the best Bible gets the cake, okay? I prefer verse by verse, but honestly, I think these verse numbers are very visible in the Schuyler's Quentel. They are bold, so that doesn't bother me. I have ways to highlight the verse numbers that will help me in the pulpit when I'm preaching, so that to me really is not the main thing. I love center column references, but I also love the way that Schuyler does these references here in the bottom. They're centered, so yeah, that's awesome. I'm just a little bit sad for some things that I found in this Bible that I was not expecting. The smoother grain or goatskin covers, I saw this trend also when I bought the Caxton. It was already like this. See, you have this smoother goatskin cover. You don't have a very pronounced grain. So if you like that, this is it. You know, the ribbons, they're very nice. Also, not very new. It's a double satin ribbon. They're long, and you can do basically whatever you want with these ribbons because they're so long. You can trim them if you like, or you can leave them like this. I always keep mine folded, so I don't really use the ribbons much. So this is the Bible. If you put the personal size New King James, the PSQ personal size Quentel on top of it, this is how it looks. Just a little size comparison here. If you compare it to the old New King James Quentel, Schuyler Quentel, the first one, 36 GSM, there you can clearly see the difference, right? I mean, yeah, it's really sleeker like they advertised, and that's awesome. So I took this Bible out for a spin today. I have preached with it on my son's Christian Academy. Somebody invited me to offer a devotional, and I had no problems preaching with it. It's wonderful. And also I visited somebody at the hospital, and I read from this Bible to that person. And in the school and the hospital, everybody was looking at the Bible because it's very beautiful. It's a wonderful Bible to hold. It's very portable for me. I know it's not as portable as a PSQ, but still, to me, it fits well in the hand. I mean, I just entered that hospital with this Bible in my hand, and I could feel that everybody was respecting me and kind of guessing that I was a pastor, because it's such a wonderful Bible to hold. Now, the fact that this Bible is not exactly what I was hoping for does not mean that I'm not going to use it, because actually with the first Schuyler Quentel New King James and with the New American Standard, sometimes I would find myself so worried about the fact that they were so beautiful and I loved them so much that I wouldn't take them out of the house without their box and whatever. This one came out of the house with me today without the box, okay? And I wasn't really worried about it because it's not my favorite cover in the world, so maybe that will even make me use this Bible more. Even when I use a Bible, I really love to underline and make a lot of annotations. And with my previous Schuyler's, I was really being extra careful. But maybe this one, even because the font is not, the printing is not so regular as I would love, maybe it will even allow me to use the Bible as I normally use the other Bibles, and not be so worried about it. So maybe it's a good thing, you know, maybe it's a disguised blessing. Oh yeah, the blue under gold is very, very good, as you can see. Yeah, no issues there. And the gilding is also very nice. So I hope this review is helpful for you, my friend. God bless you. Whatever Bible you use, just use it with faith, with prayer. Allow Jesus to guide your life, and be blessed. Bye.